Anyway, yeah, to finish up the first half of the evening, a lot of people here tonight is Phil Norton, and when I introduce him, so obviously some people here have heard him before. Phil was on the very, very first meeting, as was Ken, when we had the meeting about what should we do, and in fact he came up with the name The Flame, and he's been a regular here, and he's always held the place up and just made it really good. I never know how to introduce you, Jazz-tronica, you say, monologues, whatever, but the best thing to do is to hear him and remember him. His page too is preachermansays.com, worth a view, and you can get an idea of all the stuff he does. Phil Norton.
I thought I'd start off. I was inspired by Annette's story, so I was thinking with the beans and the nose. It spoke to me. It spoke to me. I thought it was so ingenious that they threaded the beans. You know, it's like someone's thinking. But I had another idea. They should use these. And then you could pull it back out. Just a thought. There's a lot on the buffet. Help yourselves. It also reminded me of this other, of a piece that I wrote, I don't know, a long time ago. But it somehow seems appropriate, so I'll do that for you. It's very, very short, and then we'll move on to something that is not short. There once was an ancient civilization where whenever a man or a woman passed on into the afterlife, the loved ones and family of that person would gather round in anticipation for the final breath. And just before it was exhaled, at that very moment, two members of the family would each take an acorn and shove it up one of the nostrils of the person's nose, trapping the final breath in the lungs. And then, once the dead had passed on into the afterlife, the spirits would yank out the acorns, and the last breath on earth would be transformed into the first breath in the afterlife. And it is for this reason that all people in that culture carried with them always 2 acorns, and why all of the spirits in the afterlife carried pliers. Thank you. I'm going to, I have to move my fancy workbench over. I've got a fandangly, that's what it's called. That's what the advertisement said. It said, "Would you like a fandangly gadget?" And I said, yes. So I'm going to bring it over here, and I've got a little workbench with it so that, because I'm a poet, but I want to be a manly poet, so I brought it on a workbench. You're still here. Oh, don't keep doing that. Okay. Here we go. The dreams lined up. You can hear me. There you go. The dreams lined up like daisies at a bridal shower. And the clock keeps ticking in minds and hours. Yours, mine's, and ours. If you want something out of life, you just gotta go out there and hope that you trip over it. You must tie a stone around the neck of your misfortune and drown your sorrows until the lifeguards give up hope. Or perhaps you prefer to just leave it all to chance. Or do you say happenstance? Happenstance. I happen to be standing here. She happens to be standing back there. And Charles just so happens to be standing over there. Isn't it all just a little bit too convenient? I think it's a conspiracy. I think it's a conspiracy. I think it's a conspiracy. My body's got its own idea of what my life's about. Sometimes my body shouts, El estancho quella mucho. El estancho quella mucho. Hi there, my name's God. I'm your waiter. Tonight's specials are guilt in a basket, frustration on a bed of desire, and crispy unachievable goals. All served with a side salad. So whenever you're ready to order, just give a nod to God, okay?
Give a nod to God.
They say you are what you eat. I just ate shepherd's pie. I am shepherd's pie. Don't spend all your frugality in one place. Save it up. Spread it around. Save it for a rainy day. A 24-year-old couple died of chance, struck down by a bolt of nothing in the middle of romance. I once met a man who had 17 heads. No, wait a minute, that's wrong. It was 17 elbows. No, it was 17 daughters. No, 17 Mercedes. No, it was, I remember, it was 17 pencils. He was an extraordinarily ordinary man. I will never forget him. I will never forget him. I will never forget him. You know what they say? They say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But I'm not sure that I can take it any longer. Too many distillations before the brew. Too much time before I knew that everything is an alarm clock. Everything is an alarm clock. So don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. The future is now, but just a little bit later. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. is now, but just a little bit later. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. Future is now. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. Future is now. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. Future is now. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. Future is now. Everything is an alarm clock. Everything is an alarm clock. The feeling of the chair beneath your buttocks, the air as it floats through the light that is not even dappling. The feeling of your chair, the weave of the rug, the third eyelash on your left eye. Everything is an alarm clock. So don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. The future is now, but just a little bit later. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. Future is now, but just a little bit later. Just a little bit, just a little bit later. Just a little bit. Just a little bit later. Just a little bit later. Don't be a waiter. The future is now. Just a little bit later. Everything is an alarm clock. Just a little bit later. Everything is an alarm clock. Just a little bit later. Everything is an alarm clock. Everything is an alarm clock. So don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. The future is now, but just a little bit later. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. Future is now, but just a little bit later. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. The future is now, but just a little bit later. Don't press the pause button, don't be a waiter. The future is now, but just a little bit later. Thank you. That was scary. Yeah, I kind of think I should just stop now because I have one more. I'm gonna try one more. Gonna try one more. What am I doing? Okay. How does this go? Okay. Here we go. Let's finish that again. If I do that and tilt it, does that make me hip? Yeah, good, thanks. Someone's going to put a picture of me like this on Facebook and it's going to be like, Phil thinks he's hip.
You the hippest Phil. You the hippest.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. Cool. settling down, settling, no settling down. 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 All right. Settling down, settling, no settling down. Why not? Here we go. Cool. My papa was a taxi cab, my mama was a road. These feet have not stopped traveling since I was 5 steps old. My favorite color's green, my mantra's go, go, go. And the only rule I follow is that there will be no settling down, settling, no settling down. Settling down, settling, no settling down. Keep moving, settling down, settling, no settling down. I don't care if I'm lost, I don't care where I'm bound. If you ask me where I'm from, I'll say I'm from out of town. 'Cause I ain't from around here, ain't from around here. I come from somewhere else. The white line is my pacemaker, its music beats my heart. I may never reach the finish, but I always reach the start. No matter what direction, don't care where fast or slow. I just trust the road to take me like I trust the wind to blow. No settling down, settling, no settling down. There'll be no settling down, settling, no settling down. Keep moving, settling down, settling, no settling down. I don't care if I'm lost, I don't care where I'm bound. If you ask me where I'm from, I'll say that I'm from out of town. 'Cause I ain't from around here, ain't from around here. I'm sort of a transitory, itinerant migrant sort of species. You can tell because I've got the markings. I've got a tattoo of a train track and it runs right up my spine. I never travel with my troubles, I just leave them all behind. When I close my eyes each night, I don't pray my soul to keep. Ain't no devil what can catch me, 'cause I'm walking in my sleep. No settling down, settling down. Settling down, settling, no settling down. I said no settling down, settling, no settling down. I don't care if I'm lost, I don't care where I'm bound. If you ask me where I'm from, I'll say that I'm from out of town. No settling down, settling, no settling down. Keep moving, settling down, settling, no settling down. I said no settling down, settling, no settling down. No settling down, no settling down. There will be no settling down. No settling down. There will be no settling down. No settling down. There will be no settling down. No settling. No settling down. We'll get better. Next time we'll be better. Go get yourself some beans. I got books and CDs too if you want some, so see me after.